It's time to learn, analyze, create, read, write, and think. So that is the meaning of the word learn. Once again, welcome to Logos College Online Learning. Reading 2 by yours truly, of course, Eric. And this week we are going to talk about this flip flops and Facebook breaks millennials enter the workplace. Okay, before we read, I ask you to discuss these three questions, right? So we have a review first. I don't know if you have already an idea or what careers interest you after reading um, the previous week lesson about the 1 week job or 52 jobs in 52 weeks. So I think you have already, yeah? And then what is your ideal workplace? Is it in the office? Is it outdoors, like in the community? Or I think you have already an idea. And I know what do you want from a job, right? That's in your mind. Okay, let's go on. As again, we had a review last week for these six categories by psychologist Dr. John L. Holland. So we have realistic, if you're an athletic or mechanical, you like working with machines and being outdoors, you are really realistic. Investigative, you like to learn and to solve problems. Artistic, you like to use your imagination and work in unstructured environments. Social, you like to work with people, especially to help them. So you are social. Enterprising, you are a good leader and like being in charge of situation. And the last one is conventional, you are good at numbers and can follow instruction well. So I think you know what category you belong to, right? So for me, at first, I really like to work with people. Yeah, so I can be social. Yeah, I think that's me. And other parts or other categories, maybe a little bit, not all. Okay. And this time, we're going to talk about millennials. Do you know, have you heard this word, millennials? So, millennials are born between 1980 to 2000. So are you part of this? Are you belong to these millennials? Yeah, if you're born 1980 to 2000, so you are a millennial. Baby boomers. What is this? Who are they? Baby boomers are the people who born between 1946 and 1965. So this would be my parents and grandparents. And yeah, why is this only 1980 to 2000 for millennials and baby boomers for 1946 to 1965? And I was born in 1976. Where am I? What do you think? Huh? Because I don't have here. I am not millennial. I am not part of baby boomers. Aha. Maybe I am a no. Yeah, this is baby uh, boomers. Yeah. So they are yeah they born between 1946 and 1965, and this is the millennials. Yeah, millennials. Okay, and I am here. Oh, I'm not here, but like this, this is we are called um, Generation X or Generation Sixers. So from 1970s to 1980s, if you, yeah, like me, so I belong to Generation X or Generation Sixers. Okay, so this is just an introduction about our reading for this week about the flip flops and Facebook breaks millennials enter the workplace. And after this one, we have also a reading strategy. So last week, the reading strategy that we have learned, what was it? Still remember? Last week strategy. So we learned about the reading section headings. So that was the reading strategy that we have learned or we learned last week. And this week we are going to learn about the using the 3-2-1 strategy. This is a reading strategy. As what I've as what I we have definition here. 3-2-1 is a reading strategy that asks you to write down three things, okay, three things you learned, two things you found interesting, and one question you have about a text. Question you have about a text, or about story, or about the reading. Why is it useful? Because it is a useful and fun way to review information from a text you have read. Again, 3-2-1, three things you learned, two things you found interesting, and one question you have about a text. So after reading this um, flip flops and Facebook breaks, I would like to challenge everyone again and again to follow this strategy. 3-2-1. Again, three interesting things or three things you learned, two things you found interesting, and one question. Okay, deal? All right. Now let's move on. Let's continue. Oh, yeah. This is the, sorry, I forgot. So this is the 3-2-1. So write down three things you found out or you learned, two things that were really interesting to you, and one thing you would still like to know. So you are going to make a question. Right. Well, as what I've always normally or usually teach you, we learn to um, learn some. So we have to discuss first these vocabulary words from the reading. Okay, so we have the words here that you need to understand. And I will give you some definitions of this. First is asset. So what is asset? Asset is this is a noun, yeah, something or someone that is useful because they help you succeed or deal with problems. So you are considered an asset. Recruit. So this is a verb to find new people to work in a company. join an organization or organization, do a job, and many more. Next, misinterpret. Misinterpret, this is a verb. To not understand the correct meaning of something that someone says or does, or of facts that you are considering. Sometimes we can say misread, misinformation, misunderstanding. Yeah, that one is misinterpret. Next word here is precede. Precede, this is a verb. Yeah. Um, to happen or exist before something or someone, or to come before something else in series. Understand that? Bonded. Bonded, if two things, this is an adjective, if two things bond with each other, they become firmly fixed together. Bond. Or, like for example, if the family, we have family, right? So, when we have an activity or event that we go together, that's also bonding. Like the family members are bonded together. You're doing something that you like to do and you are enjoying it. You have fun for it. Okay. Next word is networked. Networked, this is an adjective, to meet and talk with people who have similar jobs to yours, especially because they may be useful for your work. The conference provided some excellent opportunities for networking, and she had made some useful business contacts. So that's networked or linked together. All right. Next, we have feedback. Feedback is this is a noun or advice or criticism or any other ways about how successful or useful something. So, for example, you're just working, and then you don't, or no one tell you if you're good or bad. So, no feedback at all. Okay. Dread. So, this is a verb, uh, to feel anxious or worried about something that is going to happen or may happen. Example, I've got an interview tomorrow and I'm dreading it, dread doing something, or I'm dreading be going back to work or worried. Yeah. Reward, this is the same with gift or presents. Reward. When you're doing a um, good thing, so you will be rewarded. So you can receive something because of your kindness. So reward can be also, yeah, this is a noun, something that you get because you have done something good or helpful or have worked hard, or it's like prize or benefit. Yeah. Next we have millennium. Okay, millennium.